Dear learners and those who are watching my presentation at this moment, welcome back all of you. On behalf of Rajan Arya Maitri Institution, Rajan Chattogram. And this is Madhav Rai Chaudhary with you. And dear learners, hope you are ready with your necessary books and pen and paper, etc. What you need to um, get the class perfectly. Dear students, let's start. As you see, this is my identity. First, read the following sentence, dear learners. Sorry. I will be very busy today. At first, I have to go to the bank to draw some money. Then I will pay the bills. After that, I need to go to the market to buy some apples. Dear learners, look here I write some words with red at first, then after that. Can you guess what are they? Yes, they are linkers. Today, we are going to discuss linking ideas that is called connectors. Dear learners, at the very beginning, I would like to introduce some learning outcomes. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to define connectors, identify connectors, insert connectors, and use connectors. Okay, let's see. We use linking words to link ideas and to show how their meanings are related, isn't it? Some linking words like ideas that are in separate sentences. They are called sentence connectors. One, I have written a sentence for you. I attended one of his classes. Undoubtedly, he is a great scholar. He will not try unless he is forced to. So, I have linked the two sentences. Some linking words like ideas within the same sentence. So, what is sentence connector? Dear students, linking words are words that join clauses into sentences. Sentence connectors are used to link ideas from one sentence to the next and to give paragraphs consistency. Sentence connectors perform different functions and are placed at the beginning of a sentence. They are used to introduce order, contrast, sequence, ideas, theory, data, etc. Dear learners, connectors of attitudes. So these are called connectors of attitude. Unfortunately, fortunately, luckily, obviously, in fact. So here are sentences. He called Bina. She was unfortunately not at home. They arrived at the airport late. Luckily, the plane had been delayed. So here is the unfortunately and luckily is connectors of attitudes. So look at the another one, contrast. Connectors of contrast, these are but, however, though, although, even though, in spite of, despite, nevertheless. So dear students, look at the sentences. He promised me a job. However, he changed his mind. Although the water was cold, they were swimming. In spite of or despite, the rain, we enjoyed ourselves. He doesn't have a good chance to win the election. Nevertheless, I am going to support him. So here, however, although, despite, nevertheless are the connectors of contrast. So there are another connectors of contrast. This is to look, whereas, while, on the other hand. So I have connect the connectors in a sentence. The USA is a rich country, whereas or while Cuba is a poor country. Mr. Anis is a very careful with money. On the other hand, he can be extremely generous with his time. So, connectors of result. Therefore, consequently, as a result. There are a shortage of tomatoes. Consequently, the price went up. He was always showing off. As a result, lots of people didn't like him. People left his car in a no parking area. He was therefore fined. So, dear student, now the terms of connectors of reason. These are because, since, as, because of, due to, owing to, plus noun phrase. So look at the sentences. I have connected the sentences with connectors of reason. Dear students, have a look. As we arrived late, we missed the bus. Since it was raining heavily, we took a taxi. I didn't go swimming because of the cold. Due to the transform, the outdoor concert was cancelled. So here are as, since, because of, due to are connectors of reason. Dear learners, now connectors of purpose. These are two in order to so as to, so that, for. So dear learners, now have a look. You have to take the medicine in order to get better. They phone us as so as to hear our opinion. I set 2 alarm clocks so that I won't oversleep. I'm telling you this for your own good. So now the connectors of alternative. So dear learners, or, either or, neither nor. These are the connectors of alternative. Look, I can buy one very large pack or two small ones. I can do either a job or PhD. We neither wanted nor needed. There, how? So now the time we discussed about connectors of addition. These are the connectors of addition to, as well as also, both, and, not only but also, in addition, moreover, furthermore. And look at the sentences. He can play football as well as cricket. Here is the connector for addition, as well as. We add something to the verb play. Next one, he can play both football and cricket. We add something, cricket, at the same time football we can play. That's why these are both, and is called addition. Connectors of addition. Next one, he can play not only football but also cricket. He can play both. He can play football and cricket. In addition, he has a great voice. So dear students, now the time of connectors of exception. These are apart from and exert from, besides. Apart from, exert from, for, besides the food, The party was terrible. We all wanted to go to the park. Besides, there was there was nowhere else to go. So, dear students, apart from ex- except except for and besides, these are called connectors of exception. Now, look, connectors of examples. For example, for instance, process. So, dear learners, there are a lot of environmental problems in the world today. For example, the pollution is so high that some people wear clothes marks in the street. Countries such as Australia and New Zealand have banned the use of sprays. So now, dear students, first do yourself, pause the video, do yourself. After that, match with me. I have blanks with sentence connectors. Bangladesh is a small country. You can use both, but and yet she has a huge population. Moreover, in our country, population is increasing at random. Therefore, also it is the crying need to check the rapid growth of our population. Most of the village people are illiterate and or as well as superstitious. They are having the age of idea of taking so many children. We have to take pragmatic steps to make them aware about the negative effect of overpopulation. Otherwise, or it will be impossible for us to control population explosion. So, dear learners, first pause the video, then try yourself. After you have done, then match with me. So, I am moving on. These are the evaluation. So, dear learners, what is connector? You have to write it on your own language. Find out the connectors from these following sentences. These are the home tasks. Pause the video and write it in your exercise books. Now match your answer. After matching, then I have given you the answer. Dear learners, so this is a homework for you. Write a paragraph on childhood labor using the connectors. Write down the connectors. By using the connectors, you have to make a paragraph, and the name of the paragraph will be the child labor. Okay, dear learners, here is the ends of the lesson. Always be punctual, otherwise you can't be successful. Dear learners, this is a moral for you. Thank you very much. Have a good day and have a good health. Okay.